My day started a little something like this beautiful scenery, pink and purple and blue, sunrise skies, oh so beautiful. I just love it. And today we're going to be hauling water from town. So thankful for my son. He loads up all of our water containers to get them ready to go to town. And we also load up for our other errands as well. So we started with 6 water totes, and now we're down to 3. 3 have busted. 2 I busted while traveling and flooded my car. Actually flooded my car 3 times because one was leaking. The other my son put down a little too hard in the ground, and yeah. All right, beloveds, we are heading to town. Got our trunk packed. We're not only hauling water today, but we're also washing clothes, trying to continue to do everything we can on a trip because it's a 45-minute trip there and back. So we are going on a little rendezvous to town. Let's head to town with me and my kiddos, and this is how we haul water. Let's go. Okay. So as we're driving here, this is the entrance. We're going towards the entrance to our property. So we'll actually be entering about a little bit west of here, but this is the road I've created so far. So if you see over here, those pink marks are where our land actually starts. And watch me drive off grid now. So this is the road we take to our camp, and it's a very bumpy road. I've broken 2 of my water tanks from driving on this road. So I've learned that I need to go slower and take my time, because some of the bumps that you can hit will definitely bust through those water tanks. And they're not expensive water tanks. They cost about $120 each. We've purchased 6 of them so far and have broken 3 of them. Tried to repair one of them and didn't work. It was still leaking a lot. I flooded my car. How many times, guys? How many times have I flooded my car? 3. So yeah, about 3 times I flooded the car from them busting in the back, because we're putting them in the back of our trunk, which lays down, but it's totally tore up my back seat. So now we're having to come up with a better solution, which is going to have to be a tank. And out here, you can only do 2,500 gallon tanks. It's about $300 per delivery, give or take, for gas mileage. Which is really good when you have community, but that would probably last us like 6-7 months. So I have to just make sure, if it's just us for this time, that we're making sure the water is being moved every day, or we have to have a solar pump so that the water moves. It doesn't get stagnant, because that can cause the water to get algae and so forth like that, is what I'm hearing. I've never done this before, but this is my experience with hauling water from town. So yeah, join me on the journey. Here we go. We'll go all the way to the RV up there. Can you see it? So we're on the way to town now. We're closest to the city of St. John's, so that's where we get our water. And water is really cheap there. It's only 1 cent per gallon. However, the drive is what's going to cost you the money, because you got to pay the gas. So that's another reason, other than flooding my car and busting several of our water tanks, that we need to get a water tank on our property. And another reason we need to get a water tank is because our community is going to need it. So the land contributions that are coming in through our members are also seed towards our land project. So it's helping to pay for the land. It's helping to help get things that we need for the land. So all the funds that are coming into this land project are funding the mission and the vision of what we're building here. And water is life force. It's the most important thing we need out here, especially in the desert. So it's one of our first fundraising campaigns that we are community running to fund our first well. So that will be our first initiative in bringing in funds for our community, for our Healing Arts Retreat Center, because without the water, without that life force flowing through our land, we cannot regenerate this earth and grow our food and support our healing artists and the people who will be working on the land to regenerate the land and bring forth this new earth, this Garden of Eden. Our vision here is fruit trees and eating plant-based straight out the garden, farm to table. So we need a well to really establish the land and regenerate the land the way we need. We also need it for our retreats. So we'll be hosting the guests who will come here for healing, empowerment, nature immersion, and we'll also need it for everything. Like, water is source, right? Most of the earth is water. Most of our body is water. We need water for everything we do to grow and to build our earthen homes. Speaking of that, we need water. So we mix that with the earth. It becomes brick inside bags, or if you're making adobe, that's what we're doing on the land. We're working with the earth. So everything is going to require water. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there right now. If you have the funds and you want to donate as a philanthropist donor or an investor to our project, we have a well funding. I'm going to put that link right here, okay, for our project funding, because we need you. It takes a village. We're here doing the work. Everyone's playing their part as a healing artist or as a Sacred Exchange resident to help build the land and serve humanity. But those who do have the funds, we're reaching out to you. Can you help sow a sacred seed into this mission and vision so we can continue to bring fruit to this project and to the earth and to each other? So I invite you now for that. And yeah, water is so important. Now the drive to and from town is a beauty. I love the mountain landscape and the rocks, and it's just beautiful, like all around. So it's a beautiful drive every time we go, but definitely looking forward to cutting back on the expense of gas. So here, as you can see, we have our laundry, my homemade laundry soap, and we already had washed clothes, so now it's time to load up the water. So what my son does is get all the water tanks out of the car, gets them loaded up under where the water source is. It comes out of this red thing here, this red hose, and we only have 3 left, so we get those unloaded, and they hold about 21 gallons each. They're 80-liter tanks. Like I said, I purchased them from Amazon. I'll put that link below if you're interested. They're pretty good. The only thing I don't like is that they are easily broken. And as you see on that card reader, it is $1 per 100 gallons, so 1 cent per gallon. So the water's filling up here, and people would always be like, why are you filling up these little tanks? Which we learned, yeah, it wasn't the greatest idea, but it was what we can do. As a single mother, this is what we could afford, so this is what we did, and we're moving on up, so all is well. And here we are loading it up to the trunk, and I got a bag back there to catch the one that's leaking just a little bit, which works just fine. So my son, he's so strong, he can get them in there himself, but they are super heavy. So it's easier if I just go ahead and help him get them into the car. So this right here is about 63 gallons of water that we're loading up right now in the car. And this will last us about 2 to 3 days. So I realize now it's definitely needed to get an on-site source of water. So I spoke with someone yesterday about a 2,500 gallon tank, and it comes with everything you need to flow your water on your land, and it's going to cost about $3,400. The water delivery is $3.15 for 2,000 gallons, so that's about 16 cents per gallon. What I'm paying right now to haul water, especially with the problem of 3 have busted. I've only been able to haul 3. It's been costing me about 26 cents per gallon just for the drive and the $1 for the amount that I can fill up in that time frame. So yeah, it's definitely at this time cheaper. When I was doing 4 totes in my car, that was costing about 20 cents per gallon. Hey, buddy. Hi. Hey, you on my shoe. You on my shoe. What's up with you? Hi. That's Adonai. He came to greet me today in his grand rising. So now I got to find a place for the tank to go. And the funds that we are receiving from our land contributions is going to help pay for this, as well as the remaining balance of the land. So that's what those funds are being used for. Our next funding initiative is a well. So we're looking for philanthropist donors and those who are just invested in healing arts ministry and shifting the vibration of the planet for holistic with holistic healing arts. That's what we're doing here in our retreat center and Healing Arts Village. So yeah, we're speaking to those who resonate with that and have a heart and soul calling to give to that mission. But for now, we're going to do what we can. And that's go ahead and get us a source of water here. And I got to find a flat space for them to deliver the water. So that's what I'm looking for now. This will be the community area, communal. So there's 2 overlapping circles. One circle is our southern area where our private lots are. Our northern area is where our founder land is, our Sacred Exchange, Single Mother Sanctuary, and Healing Arts Retreat Center is. And this is the north here. And then in this central area is the community area. So communal kitchen, communal bathhouses, community natural pools, community water, all those resources will be in this area. So I got to find a flat space where we can put that space. So let's take a look. So we have to have a flat space area for our water tank, and it's 90 inches across. So I'm thinking this is a great space right here. It's already pretty flat. It has an access point over here from the south where our entrance is, where they can come straight in on this way. And then on the other side, there is a 2-track road which leads from our area, into our area and then into the other areas. And there's multiple access points for our community members to come in as well. So I think this would be the best spot right here, where I don't have to do anything but just guide them here. And this is our communal space where everyone will have access to the water, and everyone can access the water with the way the roads will be built on the land, even off-gridding right now, off-roading. It's easily accessed from every lot, and every person will be able to access the water here. So I was thinking more central in this area. This is more of the southern side near the road that outlines this communal space. But this area is nice and flat, easily accessed. And then over here, it's not as easily accessed. It would have to be flattened because this is actually the most ideal space for it to be somewhere over here. But as you can see, it's kind of slightly hilly and a lot of trees, not as easily accessible. So I think that would be the best spot right there for our community tank. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think that's a good spot right there? Does it look pretty flat to you to put our community water tank? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. I'm totally new to this, so I'm told a flat ground. I'm going to send a picture to the water tank people and see what they say. But I'm thinking that's going to be a pretty good spot. And it's still within our communal area. I'm trying to keep everything in its space. And I think it's all working out for the highest good. And this is a spot I have chosen for the well. I feel the energy over here is giving life, lime green energy in a dry desert. So I know that water is near. Again, if you want to sow sacred seed towards our well fund, look in the link in the description. And this is where we will put our community tank in the meantime.
Peace and love and light, and I will see you next time.